Okay, so you're clearly ready to dive into all things hot tubs. And with this stack of fact sheets, it seems like you're considering taking the plunge, right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
And you're right to do your research. It's a big decision.
for sure. It's not just about picking the right jets and bubbles right. There's a lot more to think about. Think of this deep dive as your hot tub boot camp.
Hmm.
We'll get you feeling confident enough to basically run your own hot tub showroom.
I like that. Hot Tub Boot Camp. And I'm your guide to navigate this bubbly world.
Excellent. So first things first, I've always pictured those classic acrylic tubs, but I'm seeing some hints in your research that there's a whole world beyond acrylic. So what other options are we talking about here?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Acrylic is popular for a reason. Durable, affordable. But if you want something really unique, how about timber?
Timber, as in like actual wood.
Yeah, like cedar or redwood. Imagine that. It's like bringing the spa into your backyard. Natural aromatherapy and all that. Although, be prepared. You will have to do some upkeep to keep the wood in good shape.
Okay, so maybe not for someone who wants it to be super low maintenance. What about something sleek and modern? I see you've got some stuff here on stainless steel tubs.
Those are definitely eye-catching. Stainless steel is a great choice, really durable, won't fade in the sun, no scratches, and heats up fast. You'll be bubbling away in no time.
Sounds like there are options for every style. Now, this might seem like a silly question, but like I'm already imagining trying to get some of these tubs in my backyard? What happens if the tub of your dreams is too big to actually fit through the gate?
That's a great question. It's where we get into the whole debate of self-contained versus in-ground hot tubs. So a self-contained hot tub, it's delivered in one piece, ready to go. They're usually a bit easier on the wallet. But yeah, like you said, might need some serious planning to get it in place. Now, in-ground tubs, those are built right into a deck or patio, giving it that really, built-in custom look.
So if I'm picturing a sleek stainless steel tub overlooking a sunset nestled into my deck, that's probably an in-ground situation, right?
You got it. That's exactly what in-ground tubs are for, that luxurious custom feel. But keep in mind, they're pricier and way less flexible if you ever want to move it.
Makes sense. Now, whether we're talking about acrylic, timber, stainless steel, I imagine size is a pretty big deal too, especially when it comes to hot tub parties. How do you even begin to figure out what size is right for you?
It really all comes down to how many people you picture yourself soaking with. A two-person tub that's perfect for, well, two people. But if you're the type who wants to have the whole crew over for a soak,
You're going to need a bigger tub. I've been to enough cramped gatherings where personal space disappears once the swimsuits come out, so.
exactly.
I
Don't underestimate the need for a bit of elbow room, especially when those jets get going. And speaking of jets, they're a big part of the experience too.
Okay, let's talk jets. Those are kind of the whole point of a hot tub, right?
Right. There's so many options now.
Mm.
Soothing, pulsating jets, targeted back massagers, you name it. And then you've got lighting features, sound systems, even aromatherapy in some tubs.
Hold on, aromatherapy. So I could be soaking in a hot tub under the stars, listening to music with lavender-scented bliss.
Exactly. It's like a whole sensory experience these days. But before we get too carried away with all the bells and whistles, we should talk about installation. Remember that 500 kilojoule O2 floor loading we mentioned?
Okay, now you're speaking my language. Luxurious soaks are great, but safety and practicality are important too. So what does that weight limit actually mean for someone who wants a hot tub?
Well, you got to think about it right. You've got this amazing hot tub, but it's sitting on a flimsy deck or uneven ground. It's just asking for trouble. Not only could it damage the tub itself, but you could be looking at leaks, drainage issues, and then there's the safety aspect.
Yeah, okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit stressed just picturing this. So is a concrete pad like the gold standard when we're talking hot tub foundations?
Absolutely. It's sturdy, totally level. It can handle the weight of a full hot tub without breaking a sweat. If you're really set on putting it on a deck, though, you need to get a pro involved. Someone who can tell you for sure that it can take that kind of weight. Trust me on this one, it's not a DIY you want to mess up.
Yeah, some things are best left to the pros. Speaking of which, placement is a big deal too, right? I'm assuming you wouldn't want to put it too far from the back door, especially in the winter. Those midnight dips wouldn't be so fun then.
You're already thinking like a pro. Yeah, being close to the house is super convenient, especially for those late night soaks. But there's a few other things you should keep in mind too.
Oh, really? Like what?
Access for maintenance is one. Hot tubs, they need a little TLC every now and then. You're going to want to make sure whoever is servicing it can actually get to it, right? No one wants their hot tub guy crawling through bushes to get to the control panel.
No, so no tucking it away in some super secret secluded spot, even if it's crazy romantic.
Yeah. Probably not the best idea. Remember those filters we talked about? They need to be cleaned regularly. Plus, there's the pump, the heater, all those things need the occasional checkup. And speaking of maintenance, well, that's a whole other topic.
Okay, time to face the not so fun part. I mean, sparkling clean hot tub, yes please. But all the chemicals and stuff, I have to admit that's where I get a little lost.
I get it. It can definitely feel overwhelming at first. But think of it this way. A little bit of effort goes a long way. It's what keeps your hot tub a relaxing oasis, not, well, you get the idea.
Yeah, no green swamp monster hot tub for me. So where do we start? What's the #1 rule of hot tub maintenance?
It might surprise you, but one of the best things you can do is just be clean yourself.
You mean showering before getting in?
Exactly. It sounds kind of weird, right? You're already getting in the water.
Yeah.
But trust me, it makes a huge difference. Lotions, perfumes, even just dead skin, it all ends up in the water.
Okay, pre-soak shower, got it. Think of it as my public service announcement to hot tubbers everywhere. But what about the chemistry set? All those chemicals you need, that's the part that really throws me off.
Yeah, no, it can seem like a lot, but it's not as complicated as you think. Think of it like you're trying to keep the water balanced,
Right.
like a little ecosystem.
An ecosystem of relaxation, I like that.
Yeah.
So what are the big ones? What do I absolutely have to know about?
Okay, so the most important ones are pH and alkalinity. pH measures how acidic or basic the water is. You want it to be a little bit basic, around 7.2 to 7.6.
Right, I'm guessing nobody wants acidic hot tub water. That sounds kind of intense.
Exactly. Now, alkalinity, that's what helps keep the pH level steady. So it's kind of like a buffer, right? Keeps those levels from going all over the place, keeps your water happy, keeps your skin happy.
Okay, so they work together. Makes sense. What about sanitizers? I know those are important to, keep things clean.
Definitely. Sanitizers are what kill bacteria and all that other stuff you don't want in your hot tub. Chlorine and bromine, those are the most common ones.
Is one better than the other?
You know, they both have their pros and cons. Chlorine is pretty straightforward, gets the job done. It's usually cheaper too. Bromine, it's a little gentler, especially if you have sensitive skin. Might be a bit pricier though.
So it just depends on what you're looking for, but I'm guessing you shouldn't mix them.
Definitely not a good idea.
Mm.
Sticking with one or the other is best. And always, always read those instructions.
Safety first. We've covered a lot, but we can't forget about the filter.
Ah, yes, the filter. It's doing the dirty work, keeping your water clean.
So how do we keep those filters happy?
Regular cleaning is key. Just give it a quick rinse with the hose every week. That'll get rid of the big stuff. And then once a month, give it a good soak in some filter cleaner.
Easy enough. Okay, this has been super helpful. I feel like I can almost smell the chlorine already. But seriously, I have to ask hot tub parties. What are your best tips?
Hot tub parties are the best,
Yeah.
right? But you still got to be smart about it. Safety first, always.
Safety first, fun always.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the rules?
Rule number 1, absolutely no diving. I know it's tempting, especially after a few drinks, but hot tubs are not made for that.
Yeah, I can see it now. Somebody belly flopping onto the filter. Ouch.
Not exactly the graceful hot tub experience you were going for. And speaking of drinks, hydration is key. Alcohol and hot tubs, they don't always mix well, especially with all that heat.
So maybe swap the tequila shots for some nice iced tea instead.
Now you're talking. And don't forget about the little ones. Kids in the hot tub need extra supervision. And if they're under 4, probably best to keep them out altogether.
Good to know. So we've got the safety rules down. What about the hot tub itself? Anything I need to do before the party to get it ready?
Make sure you're checking your water chemistry a couple of days beforehand. You don't want to be messing with pH and sanitizer levels with guests on the way.
So just like prepping the snacks and the drinks, hot tub prep is key. And speaking of being prepared, what about your tip for, like, eco-friendly hot tub draining?
Oh, yeah. When you drain the tub, use that water for your plants. Just maybe dilute it a little bit, especially if you have sensitive plants.
Okay, so we've gone from choosing the right hot tub to keeping it sparkling clean to throwing a legendary hot tub party. I feel like I've earned my hot tub diploma.
There you go. And remember, it's your hot tub, so do what works best for you. Enjoy the process, relax, and have fun.
Great advice. Well, it looks like we've reached the end of our hot tub deep dive. We've gone from clueless to hot tub experts, all thanks to the power of a good soak and a whole lot of research.
Who knows? Maybe we've even inspired some listeners to get their own.
I hope so. And for those brave souls, here's something to think about. What are the unspoken rules of hot tub etiquette? You know, those unwritten guidelines that every hot tub owner should know. Something to ponder while you're enjoying those blissful, bubbly jets. Until next time, happy soaking.